Giving you a warm welcome. My name is Peter Sperlich. I'm in Switzerland. You see in the backside, it's my water tank, because the KNX everything is about technique, and so I was thinking into doing something different. I'm always doing something different, so I was sitting in front of one of my water tanks. I have over here 3 of the water tanks, so it's a little bit relaxing, more relaxing for you and for me. So I wanted to introduce a new product that is missing a long time on the market. A little bit about me. My name is Peter Sperlich. I'm very long time with KNX. 28 years now, something 28.5 years now for KNX, working in different companies. I started in Regensburg, where EIB was found 30 years ago. Then since April of 2002, I'm working for Siemens in Zurich. So I was going to Zurich 18 years ago. And now I am a co-owner of a company that is an online shop. And I have my own company, it's Smart Building Design. It was an integration company. And over the integration company, I'm working for Tapco Technologies. I think everybody knows Tapco Technologies. They are an OEM provider. And I was also working for the KNX Association. I'm representative for the e-house, and I'm doing some presentations also for this group of HLK in Germany. I'm done with KNX a lot. I've done a lot for KNX. So about the company Smart Building Services with the online shop, together with my partner Holger Eckert, we have been thinking 2 years ago that maybe there is a good idea to find a solution for this problem, that you cannot provide some heating control over wireless components. You always have to use some components with the cable on it. So it's not so easy to install in existing buildings. So I'm also around with KNX-RF since many years. We have now KNX-RF inside of the KNX education since April this year. And it's also very interesting to have this KNX extended with KNX wireless devices. There are more than 20 companies now that are developing and providing KNX devices with wireless. So these devices are all compatible to each other. And so we have been thinking 2 years ago, maybe it would be a good idea to develop our own device, because nobody wanted to develop it with us. So we said, okay, let's do it on our own cost. We invest some money. And so we have been thinking about how to do it. And now this one is one of the first 5 prototypes. You see it on the picture. It's a full metal device. I like metal. So it's a full metal device. And it is completely working on KNX-RF. We are testing now since 2 weeks about how it goes. It's working, it looks good. So we intended to go to the market and doing some press information, and also we participate now on this fair. So what about it? Its name is KNXdrive4U. Our online shop is KNX Shop for You. So it's very easy to keep it in brain, to remember about it. It's a current KNX-RF S-mode device. You don't need a cable. It has a big battery inside, and it has an own temperature sensor inside. I will tell you a lot more about it later. And it is also a temperature controller inside, and it fits on usual valves with a M30 to 1.5. And it's energy saving, durable, it's high quality in production. We do it, develop it in Switzerland. We have a lot of offers for producing it in Europe. So I think it's a good device, and I think it's missing a long time on the market. Oh, this was too fast. So it fits on angle device, also on angle valves, angle, pin click. We have it over here. You can screw it on. It's no problem. It's fitting perfect. Direct. You see it here in my kitchen. It runs for testing in my kitchen over here. It's over there. It fit also with a metal adapter for Grässlin. This one is right, you see in front of you in my kitchen is a Grässlin, and there is an adapter in metal where you can have the valve on it. And then it's the energy for it, it's coming from a Peltier element. It's a temperature difference energy. On the front side, when it's getting warm, on the back side it's getting cold, it takes the energy out of it, and it's permanently loading the valve, not the valve, the battery. And we are using a motor that is very good in energy saving, so it's no problem about to take it for the complete winter. It's taking energy, and for the summer it's also no problem because the battery inside is very good, very big. You see, it's a good device. When you mount it when you unpack it and you mount it on the valve, it will start automatically the working, because it knows that now there is warmer in the front and colder in the back side. So it says, okay, now let's drive. And the temperature inside is 21. And so the delivery, it's no problem. You can keep it and mount it on the valve, and then it's working from the first moment. And if you have an empty battery, could happen when you have it in the stock or somewhere, it's running too much or you have the wrong parameters. Hopefully you don't do something like that. But if it's not working, you can test it on the front side. There is a LED. You can test if it has still capacity. You can recharge it with a common USB 3. It's a small USB 3 in the front. So also in this case, it's no problem. And it's a stable housing, I told you before. So this is the first point, how it works. It's a standalone functionality. That means you are unpacking this device, then you go to your radiator, and then you check if it's M30 1.5. If it's not, if it's some bayonet, you use the adapter, that is optional, and then you take it and you screw it on it. And then after a while, it will start working. There is a temperature inside that is 21. So it will regulate the room for 21. The second thing is the usual KNX integration. It works with a temperature sensor, KNX-RF. And for example, this one, it's from the company MDT, the glass push button, and it has two actuators on the backside, and there is a temperature sensor also inside. And you mount it, you dismount your common push button on the wall, you put it inside and connect it to 230, and then you program it with a USB stick and ETS. And then it's like you parameterizing any other devices that are with twisted pair that you used before. You have an application program, you're pushing the physical address button, and then you have another interface. It's a USB interface, and the USB interface is just not connected to twisted pair. You connect it with your laptop, and then you see it in the ETS, and then you program the device as usual, business as usual. And so you can have it complete standalone. You can have it with KNX-RF integration. So how does it work? I was explaining it about. It's working with a common ETS. You use an USB stick, and then you are programming direct the devices. There are many devices now on KNX-RF on the market, and it's just usual. And you have it also in the KNX education. So integration in the KNX system, what informations we get? We get a temperature set point, we get control wall, the value of the internal controller. There's a controller inside, so You have an external temperature or an internal temperature, and the regulation is completely done inside the device. Or you have an external room temperature regulator, and then you just send the value where this opening and closing thing is doing. And you get back the battery status, and also it's not on this presentation, but you can also have maybe a connection to the window contact. You can have over RF, you can have a connection to the comfort standby thing. It's also possible. So it's a full valve drive, as you know, with cabling, twisted pair. Just the medium is not twisted pair, it's KNX-RF. And the energy is inside of this device. You don't need any external cable to load this one. So how can you use it? The left picture that you see on your screen is this thing that I was telling before, how you do it over here. You just go with a USB, you go with a USB connection on your laptop to the project. You sit inside somewhere, and then you can parameterize all the devices over wireless KNX-RF S-mode. And over S-mode or KNX-RF, you can also program, many people don't know this feature, you can program also twisted pair devices from your laptop where you connect the USB stick. You can program over the medium coupler all the twisted pair devices. And when you're on the twisted pair devices, you can go over IP. This is what I want to tell you on the left picture with this arrows. You come from the ETS laptop, you go to the KNX-RF, you go to the KNX-RF media coupler back to twisted pair. And from the twisted pair, you go over IP to the other lines. You can also program simply with the USB stick from KNX-RF. If you have the media coupler, you can connect to the twisted pair line with the twisted pair USB, and then you go to this media coupler, and then you can program this device. And the picture on the right-hand side is you can also, it's possible to program as usual over IP. Then you go over the IP media coupler to twisted pair. Then from twisted pair, you go to RF, and you can have an extension on KNX-RF. So everything is possible. All three medias are possible. The easiest way, of course, is to use the USB stick and go directly on this device. So in this picture, I tried to explain all the possibles. It's a kind of assumption about it, a summary. You have the media coupler. The media coupler you can connect to twisted pair. Then you can have a temperature sensor. You can have a room temperature regulator, a controller. The temperature sensor is sending just the temperature value, and the regulation is done inside of these devices. And of course, you can send it not only to one device. If you have maybe up to 40 devices in a big office, you can have just the media coupler and the temperature sensor, and then all of these drives are driven individually together with the same temperature value. And also you can have a KNX-RF temperature sensor that is sending, and you get the status information regularly back. You also have the how much battery is inside, the capacity. You get the information about the capacity back. You get all the status information back. It's a complete KNX-RF device, and the advantage to all the others on the market where you need a media coupler is that you have it inside your ETS completely, and you don't need to be at the project. You can use it as all the other twisted pair devices in the ETS, and you can handle it the same way in your projects. So it's very easy to use. So we have been asked at the first day if it's possible that people can order now because they wanted to have it as soon as possible. If you want to be the first, it's easy for you. You can pre-order per email. You just email to me and say how much you want. The target price, the list price is that we see now is around 135 euros, excluding tax. You can now pre-order, and then you say, oh, sorry, I don't want it. It's no problem. You just cancel your order, your pre-order. And also you can say, okay, I want now 20 pieces, and you pay for 20 pieces for 25 each in euro, and you are one of the first that will keep it. So also we done a flyer for you in German and in English language, where all the informations are about the size and functionality and how to use it and everything. We got a flyer. You can download it on our booth, and also feel free to come over the next days to our booth and ask me some questions directly, chat or per email. It's no problem. You have here the contact data per email and per telephone, so don't hesitate, come over. It's no problem. So thank you very much. Maybe in the next step or the over next step, we're thinking about secure. It's now KNX-RF, and so you can use it about it. So many thanks for your attention. Bitte nochmal deine E-Mail-Adresse. The email address you see on the screen, it's info@KNXshop4U CH, Switzerland. My common email address is Sperlich@smartbuildingservices.ch. Thank you very much for your attention. See you later. Dankeschön und man sieht sich später. Servus.